Hi everyone, Kevin Engbers from Pinnacle Wealth in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. When the calendar turns over, we find ourselves in a new year. I often find myself thinking back over the previous year and asking myself, well, what did I learn? From a business perspective, 2022 taught me a few things, but even reminded me of more. Most people are aware from an investing standpoint that the markets were not nice at all in 2022. However, you have to remember that January 4th of 22 was a record high of the markets. The rest of the year was challenging at best. The bigger question is that of perspective, right? Most of you know that I have a ton of respect for my dad, and he was a source of much wisdom for me. He never worried about the markets or his account balance. He would always say, I'm not going to get all worked up over the things that I'm unable to control. I can overcome my wanting to control the uncontrollable by adding more money when the markets are higher or lower, provided that I do believe in capitalism. He was also quick to remind me that he seemed more to buy more when the market was lower. I'm also reminded and appreciate his desire to be more moderate and a simple understanding that when he needed to produce income, he needed to invest differently. Sometimes I'd bring out my 40-year historical mountain chart and show him, just so I could make sure I was keeping him calm. He would remind me that, remember, I'm not focused on the things I can't control, but I focus on the things I am able. He would also later in life quip or add, besides, I don't have 40 years anymore. Long term for me, son, is tomorrow at 3. He would also remind me quite often when he would quip, I don't even buy green bananas anymore. We can learn a lot from perspective. Take our weather, for example. When the temperature is 50, it depends where you're coming from and where you're going. If you've been spending time in 80-degree weather, you're looking for anything insulated and everything insulated. If you're recovering from 30 below, 50 is a time for shorts and short sleeves, no to no knees, right? It's perspective. It's all about knowing where you've come from, where you are, and where you're going. So when people ask me when the markets are down, am I going to be okay? Unless they have a plan in place that we have been continually monitoring and adjusting, we might not be as confident in that perspective. If you want to have some control over the things you cannot control, take the time to have a plan. But where's the catch. Having a plan is not an event. It's a process that we guide you on through the journey to true wealth. Get your perspective right. Let's have that conversation and put a plan in place. At a minimum, you should at least have a better perspective on what colored bananas you should buy. Perspective. It can be priceless. Have a great day.